Hello colonists, I'm Colonel Failure and welcome back to Sim Margate. Given the level of sand kicking around, I can only assume that's what they were aiming for. That said, I've never actually been to Margate, so I've no idea if it's sandy or not. Anyway, last time around we got this dome under construction, and it's still under construction. I haven't played forward at all. It's still trundling on. Get used to this. This is going to be a running joke for the rest of this series of the dome that refuses to be built, where my attention deficit robots would rather work on absolutely anything else than finishing the dome off. Rockets require fuel to return to Earth. Yes, all right, I know that. The hints there being incredibly hintful. Anyway, everything's more or less going average, as you would expect. We've got apparently we've got a bit of a shortage on metals at the moment, but I imagine my lads will pick them up off the floor as and when. I've got the flipping rover selected again. We'll pick them up off the floor as the need arises, although I should probably check to make sure there's a metals extractor. Look. Oh no, but it needs 12 workers on a 4 per shift basis. Well, you know what, I'm gonna build one anyway. And that's too far from drones. It flaming isn't too far from drones, I'll tell you that for nout. My drones, look, they're right here. How this can possibly be too close to drone from, and when I've got my big drone system things here, this building requires colonists and is too far from your drones. Alright, you could have just told me it needs colonists. We can't do anything with rare metals at the moment. We've got a fuel refinery. We can make fuel, I don't have to finish doing the research. Well, that's worth doing, isn't it? Let's put it somewhere where if it gets hit by something explosive, it isn't going to take out the most important parts of my setup here. Maybe over by the scrap rock collection. Yeah, I think that's almost certainly the safest place for it. I am not going to be manufacturing hydrazine within the tent that I am currently living in, Matt Damon. You have no flipping clue what you're doing. Call yourself a scientist in space, astronaut. Yeah, it's no wonder you ended up eating poopy potatoes. Yeah, I never thought that through in the slightest. Right, I've got this robot icon thing here. We're outside the drone commander range. Good. What is the drone commander? Is it you? Are you my drone commander? Use it to establish remote control vehicle that transports things. Yes. Permanent supply routes, gather resort. I don't think you are you? Alright, I'm going to try out a transport route. Go from here, yeah, and then take it back to there. There you go. Ta-da! Get to work. Alright, well that might make things easier. If nothing else, it might free up a few more drones to get working on the dome with a little bit more, I don't know, haste, effort. Don't know. Oh, hello. Apparently you're now in Drone Commander. Are you the Drone Commander? In which case I would expect you to have a little flag. Maybe a driver wearing a sash or something, although that said, you're also a drone, aren't you? This is where my memory of what the tutorial actually taught me, or rather how many tooltips I skipped over, is perhaps starting to come to light now. No matter. Right, we've got one building that isn't working, and it's this, and it's not working because there's not enough power. Blimey, they built that in a hurry. Cool. Okay, well, I'd expected that to take a little bit longer. You're kidding me. I've got to put this on the same pipe network as everything else. I don't chuffing think so, mate. We shall... Fuel storage. Fuel depot. Stores 180 fuel. Good. Let's put it... I mean, this also feels like a flipping hazard waiting to happen. Let's put it about there, right? And then we'll pipe the goodies out to you out there. Let's give me. I assume it's the same pipes. Let's check. There aren't special pipes for things that go kapow when you mistreat them. Doesn't appear to be. Right. Let's do that and see what happens. I mean, What's the worst that could happen? You know, aside from, you know, everything that traditionally happens in these things. Anyway, today we're going to watch the dome get finished. Only needs another 29 concrete. It won't take very long. And then, I don't know, we'll do something else. Before that happens, though, we've got more exploration to do. Won't that be exciting? Well, okay, that's a meteor shower incoming. That's nice. Do we know... Oh, hello there. Meteors are extremely common in the solar system. Every day, small to medium-sized meteors hit the Earth, but most burn out quickly in the atmosphere without ever reaching the surface. Mars, on the other hand, has a very thin atmosphere and most meteors reach the surface. This is sadly a constant threat and must be taken into consideration when designing our colonies. Domes can withstand most direct hits with manageable damage. You've got to use some air quotes there. Manageable damage. Yeah, I mean, you lose all your colonists and everything that you put in there, but the dome's more or less okay. But all buildings outside the protection of domes are vulnerable. Redundancy in vital features like water and oxygen support is one way of risk management. The other one, of course, is to stay home. Anyway, in 17 hours' time, we're going to find out what that looks like. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind too much if it wiped out my drones. Because at the moment, I am increasingly foxed as to what the drone commander is. Because apparently now, the dome is not in range of the drone commander. Now, the only thing that I have put in motion is this radio-controlled car. And it is frequently on the move. To that end, I rule out that it is the drone commander. It might be a drone lieutenant, maybe, but the commander, I think, is possibly too highfalutin a title for it. And then, I believe it also complains about... No, it's not complaining about anything. On transport route. Here's the thing. Where can you... you can recharge your batteries from active power grids, yes. They can recharge from each other. Good. Are we progressing? Well, okay, well, we're still progressing. 54.8 concrete we've got there now. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Now, apparently you're short on electricity, but I imagine that's because we are no longer producing enough, which means I'm going to have to divert the flipping drones once again to go and build another solar plant. Although the wind turbine, it seems, is a little more reliable. It's producing 9.5, but at least it's running, right? I mean, that's not running would be bad. Too far from drone commander. Where's the buggy at the moment? Where is the buggy at the moment? Is he hiding right? He is, right. Okay, right. Now, that is unlikely. However, because if we place here, it is way further away from the radio-controlled car is not the drone commander. Is it the spaceship? This feels more plausible. The spaceship is the drone commander. Gotcha. Right. Fine. Plug that in down there. Now, I know it's miles away, but all of a sudden I've started to get really nervous about the likely meteor shower that's coming up and whether I'll have anything left after that's done. Now, I want to plug that in up here. The reason for this being that that's my power switch, right? So I want to be able to shut off power to the dome and this water collector while keeping everything else running. Because when it comes down to it, friends, my colonists, they knew the risks when they signed up for this project. And therefore, if it comes down to it, I will sacrifice them in order to keep, I don't know, this thing here, this scanner. That's more important to me than all of the colonists. All other considerations have been rescinded. That's the policy that we're going to be applying there. Anyway, it's nice to see these chaps are having a good crack at this in a timely fashion. I assume one of is that the machine parts there, dude? Oh, good work. Right, bang him in and then fix this up, and then we'll have a bit more go-go juice. And use your special hammer or your hexagon hands, whichever you find easier. Come on, you cutesy poo little thing. And it's not efficiency of movement in there. There's little things bobbling up and down the entire time. Tell you what though, lads, it would have been a smarter idea to perhaps build the cable first. Because now, this is just spinning for a laugh. Right, meteor storm has in fact kicked off. Can we see... There's one. There's an impact. Right, let's get another scan on the go. Let's scan this one. I've got enough to build on down here at the moment. Oh, no, there's another one. Oh. If I see one coming in there, there's one. Look, see. Now, what they need here is a missile command mini game. You know, you could have a little laser down the bottom, and we could pew pew. If you don't remember missile command, it doesn't really surprise me because it was made ages ago. Oh, there's a. I mean, this isn't the most fascinating display of asteroids I've ever seen. Let's see if we can track an impact for the next one, which has now got me, you know, tempting fate by going, oh, go on, do one near to me base so I can see it explode. Right, it's there. Hold on, no, zoom it back out again. Oh no, it had an exclamation mark and everything. Right, here we go. And boom. Okay, I could see that might make a mess. And there's some more happening. Oh, it gives you a little warning thing. All right, have we got any of those floating around near our stuff? Currently, no. And that's a good thing. Right, we're low on metal. What am I supposed to do about that? Because obviously no further construction is taking place on anything that requires metal. I may expand this to say no further construction's taking place. Yep, you're all just sunning yourselves on the on Margate seafront. So that's no help to me. Production, there's got to be a way for me to get some metals. Surely. I mean, it needs dudes, this one, so I can't build a metals extractor. We're just going to have to ship some more in, I think. And I have no idea how to do that. So that's a good thing. It'll be an adventure. Right, what else are we short on? If we're bringing stuff in, does anybody want anything? I'm going to the shop. Polymers, electronics, machine parts. Yeah, I'll have some of all of that. Food, rare metals. Rare metals is what you export for DOSH. Everything else is fine. Alright, let's phone up Ocado and see what we can order here. Right, select a cargo rocket. Cargo rocket, please. Rocket's unavailable. Buy a rocket. Insufficient funding. You need 3 million quid to buy a rocket. Well, then we're stuck between the proverbial rock and the meteor storm then, aren't we? Because, I mean, unless I've got some... Have I got any gas on my rocket at the moment? No, I haven't. And herein lies the problem, is that I need metal to build me pipe, because we can now do things with fuel refinery, although it hasn't got enough power. I could shut some stuff off. Let's stop making oxygen for a bit. Turn that off. Let's not bother with concrete for a little while. Turn that off as well. And then, obviously, when the sun comes back up again, we should be able to get this this rolling. Okay, yeah, I noticed also that I need to hook this up to something that has water. Good. Glad I noticed that before you did, because that would have been quite embarrassing now, wouldn't it? Right, that's my what's that? That's a water tank. Good. Grab that, port it into here. So much for keeping my my fuel supply, water supply, and air supply separated. Now they're all working together to create quite the firework display, one would imagine. Now, also, I believed that robots would just go, you know, grab bits of metal off the ground, but I might just be making that up. And why are you only carrying half? You were carrying more than that earlier. What have you got on board? Nout at present. Yeah, you see, so he's now waiting for a pipe connection. He's ready. He's good to go. He's fit as a fiddle. We've got power over here that's not connected because we need metal. Now, if I've burned all my metal here, That's going to be challenging, isn't it? I mean, I could recycle something and get the metal up. I'll get 5 metal and 5 of those purple polymers. Right. Well, it might come down to that at this stage. I'll probably ditch the scanner. What'll I get for that? Not anywhere near... I could ditch the radio control vehicle. I'd sooner not. But, because, I mean, you know, it's not like I've got something that I can just replace it with. But I will do. If that's what it takes for us to progress, I will burn something of significance. You're off at the moment. I mean, I could... How much is the tank worth? 1.5 for the water tank, or... Oh, no, that was the oxygen tank. This is the water tank. Or 1.5 for the oxygen tank. And water... Tanks, 1.5. That's how much. I think the smart thing to do here is going to be to burn the scanner for the moment. I don't like it. But it is going... No, it's not going to give you enough. We already ruled that out. Okay, right, what else? We could turn off the moisture evaporator because it doesn't produce very much. And that's worth 1. How much do you need to finish this off? 1. Ha. Okay, right. How much did you cost to build? It didn't cost any... It cost me no metal to build that in the slightest. Okay, what about my solar panel? That cost 2. Right, that's currently leading the way when it comes to things I might melt down for their component parts. Because what we need here is we need fuel in order to get this thing back in the sky, and then to bring us some metal out. And it's going to have to be enough metal so that we're not yet ready to understand. Yeah, I understand all of that. But if we can't find metal by another means, then we really are in a dire situation. There's metal in rocks, lads. Surfaces can be... hold everything then. Right, you there. Hello. Come over here. Right, get me a drone. What are you doing? You're going to pick up waste rock. No, you're not. Ashley, go and get your batteries sorted, and then I'll play with you then. You, come here. Now then, would you mind... What does this do? Reassign. Assign to hub. Rover. Rover! Did that... No, I think I clicked off it there. Right, assign to me rover. And then go and do some of this, will you? Go and pick up some metal. All right, crisis averted. They're going to go grab some out of the rocks. I was right. They do grab it out of the rocks. You assign to the rover. No idea if that works, but then go and do some rocks. Oh, hold on. It looks like the rover's sussing it for itself. Look, it's a clever rover. That's a good rover. We don't need the drones at all. I'll tell you what. Let's get some more of these. You know, they're not sinister looking in the... Well, they're painted in very kind of Fisher-Price-esque colour scheme. A big, chunky, friendly wheel. You could run over a child with those and they'd be fine. Oh, look at that meteor. I wonder if it had any metal in it. Good. Right. We have metal. Tell you what, you go drop this lot off now. Right? Don't worry about the drones. Run them over. Yeah, go unload.
Sector scanned. Select a sector to scan.
Oh, we've got another sector. Oh, you've done it again. Go and unload there. Go. No, that was a cancel. Do that. Whatever you do, just go and get rid of the stuff, right? And then we'll all be fabulous. Right, let's have a look and see what we scanned this time. What have we won? More metal. Look, it's doing it just to taunt me. Right, let's do the next one along. Hooray for us. And okay, right, that feels more promising. Let's up the tempo here. I slowed it down for the high levels of drama that were inbound as a result of the meteor shower. We saw almost 2 meteors hit, and I don't know about you, but that certainly sent my pulse racing. All being well, that'll That'll be just as safe next time around as well. Meanwhile, this chap's got himself his very own chunk of metal, and he's going to plumb in a bit of cable, which is a clever thing to do, because then we'll be able to benefit from actually having some power being generated out here. Looks like this is actually going to use quite a lot of metal. I should possibly be a little bit less charitable when it comes to cable usage. Right, fella, how are you doing? You're charging back up again. You're out of juice. Go and find some rocks. Maybe if we click on the rocks, it'll tell us. Nope, nothing over there. All right, this one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, there's 14 lumps of metal in here. Go get them, and then we can prosper, like the prospectors of old that we very, very definitely are like. Anyway, that's going to take us to our stark conclusion for today. Here we go. I'll leave you with something really quite magnificent to watch. It's a fully operational buggy doing its... I'm going to do it from there. There you go. See, that's a nice shot. Oh, hello. I wonder if they're friendly. Right. Yes, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Why not hurl a like in this direction? Simply because it's a nice day and you're having a lovely time.
Anomaly found.
And I found an anomaly, everybody. There you go. I'm going to save it for you. We're going to explore it together next time around. I paused because I don't want the anomaly to disappear. What else should you do? Subscribe. Yes, there you go. If you subscribe, I'll put you on the next shuttle and you can come and ride around on the rover. It's child friendly. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.